you serious? Are you serious? CNN, what are you doing?
This is your call right now. That perfect hurricane machine.
Our transition team is working very smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. Truly great and talented men and women, patriots indeed, are being brought in, and many will soon be a part of our government, helping us to make America great again.
They take them to a nearby Wal-Mart.
As you can see, this is a Wal-Mart disaster response team.
Many people, it's got to be dozens of people in the back of that thing. Gosh. They take them to a nearby Wal-Mart.
Hello, I make this video not a happy man. I'm at the neighborhood Walmart in San Jose, California. And this is what it has become. I did not want to believe it, but it's happening. Does this look like your friendly neighborhood Walmart to you?
And then the Walmart is where, I guess, metro buses or school buses will take them to the shelter. The question is, what shelter are they taking them to?
Well, I'm not allowed to go past this line, actually, because the security guard told me if I do, it links up to the San Jose Police Department, and they will come here and arrest me.
You know, what this has turned into is a humanitarian crisis here.
That's kind of weird for a Walmart.
Simply take a realpolitik approach.
Since last night's declaration of martial law, soldiers are moving into secure key areas.
And suggest that, if we just cut some deals with Russia.
Are there enough shelters? What about food? What about clothing? What about...
even if it hurts people, or even if it violates international norms, or even if...
It's only going to get worse.
It leaves smaller countries vulnerable.
That perfect hurricane machine.
Because where do all these people go?
No. Anyone who knows anything about jail or anything about that knows what this is. That is a holding area.
Militarized vehicles with the United Nations logo have been spotted recently throughout the United States, and we continue to see the military equipment moved across the United States, Europe and Asia. The US military and National Guard reserves has been readied for some sort of action.
And with the weather event, we can't just fly helicopters in. We can't get to people right now until the weather subsides because we can't put our own resources in danger.
This might sound crazy, but there are many people who intuitively feel that something big is going to happen.
We can't put our own resources in danger.
The situation that's unfolding in Texas, this explosion at a chemical plant there. We're joined now on the phone by Chief Bob Royal from the Harris County Emergency Operations Center. Good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. I know the concern is that there could be additional explosions. Can you tell me what the situation there is and whether it's under control? I wonder if you said you feel that it's somewhat contained. Were there any significant injuries? Is there a danger to the public?
We've had a perimeter around this thing at 1.5 miles, still under flood waters. And we had a report of finally one of the trailers catching on fire. There's been a series of explosions when that took place. We had smoke issuing from that. Some of our law enforcement officers that were holding the perimeter were exposed to the smoke, and we have Chief, we had 16 law enforcement officers, 15 law enforcement officers being observed at a local hospital, and we also have 5 EMS providers.
And when you have a fire where hydrocarbons, these chemicals are burning, sometimes you have incomplete combustion and you have smoke. And any smoke is going to be an irritant to your eyes or your lungs or potentially your skin. So if you're exposed to that, we certainly are encouraging anyone that may be exposed to the smoke coming from this fire to call their doctor or to seek medical medical advice.
Explosions reported in the early hours of Thursday at a chemical plant outside of Houston damaged by floodwaters. The Arkema facility in Crosby, Texas, makes organic pesticides and stores volatile compounds that need to be kept refrigerated. The facility lost power on Sunday.
Last night we proactively were able to evacuate about a 1.5-mile radius around the Arkema chemical plant, for example, to make sure people were safe in anticipation of any problems.
2 blasts were reported on Thursday and a sheriff's deputy taken to hospital after inhaling fumes. In a statement, the company saying authorities agreed the best course of action is to let any chemical fires burn out.
Hurricane Harvey could not have picked a better place to inflict maximum damage on the nation's oil and gas industry. The latest tonight, that critical Colonial pipeline carrying gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel is open from Louisiana to New York, but shut down in Texas. Operators hope to reopen the line on Sunday, but 15 to 20% of the nation's refineries are still not functioning. Corpus Christi operations are resuming, but Port Arthur could be down for weeks.
The next step of the Illuminati is to begin full-scale civil unrest that will lead to martial law inside the US and in Europe, which is needed to collapse the US dollar and to start a direct confrontation against Russia and China.
And they are actually taking people when they get off these boats from the southeastern or eastern part of Houston, and they're taking these people to Wal-Mart, and that's where they're staying at. Are you kidding me?
You talk about that culture of preparedness. There is what some people call hurricane amnesia after these 12 long years of not having a storm of this size.
Is that what they were doing? They were preparing for these things?
As far as the next few days, this is the official track from the National Hurricane Center. You can see we still have a few days to prepare.
So it looks like it's begun. And Walmart, that closed in January 28th in Texas, there were 29 stores. 3 of them were in the area right now that they're using right now. 15 more stores or more stores actually have closed. There's probably more than that. There's like 31 stores or 27 or 29 stores right in Houston area itself or something like that. But there are some still open. They're moving stuff to other stores that are closer to the flood areas on Walmart. So they're closing some and moving some, and they're putting people in the Walmart. How do you like that?
For the first time in our history, the order was signed on July 1st, 2016 and is titled Executive Order, United States Policy on Pre- and Post-Strike Measures to Address Civilian Casualties in US Operations Involving the Use of Force.
I'd like to say something about the current climate of repression and fear. Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. That's from the First Amendment to the Constitution.
Sure, your opinion will not go unnoticed.
Simpsons, you're under arrest for the violation of the Government Knows Best Act. Good day. I don't care. Ah!
Well, where do you think we are? Can't believe they put us in jail. It's not a jail. It's a re-education center. Let's see. After they blindfolded us, it was left, right, left, then a 3-hour plane ride. Well, we're not the only ones to be unjustly imprisoned. Check out all the left-wing celebrities.
Bill Clinton, what are you doing here? I call the Republican tax cuts unwise, and I stand by it. They're unwise. You like that, Clinton? You traitors, pipe down. You're all here because you hate freedom.
A crazy cousin, Bill O'Reilly.
Lisa, that's not funny. You believe in the Bill of Rights. I don't know whether it's the lack of sleep, the sodium pentothal, or that it's the only cartoon I've seen in 2 months. But this is what I believe in now.
Simpsons, you're under arrest for the violation of the Government Knows Best Act.
Convergence of globalization and technology has created a new brand of terrorism.
There were persons who, for whatever reason, came to view their home country as the enemy.
This resolution is a total rewrite of the War Powers Clause of the United States Constitution. Let's be clear about that.
Kind of right-wing, religious-based domestic terrorism.
It is essentially a declaration of international martial law.
Disturbing news tonight about homegrown terror.
A sweeping transfer of military power to the president that will allow him or her to send U.S. troops almost anywhere in the world.
Part of this is big change in the White House, a new cultural experience, and some of the crazies are coming out of their closet.
For almost any reason, with absolutely no limitations.
Right now, it looks like there is no connection between the men arrested and any known terrorist cell.
Homegrown.
Yeah, homegrown, I should say.
Folks, we've got a very serious situation here. I'm holding what is called the right-wing extremism, current economic and political climate, fueling resurgence and radicalization and recruitment. And in it, we talked about the fact that they define pro-lifers as domestic terrorists. They put this in a Department of Homeland Security document, this official assessment, now saying pro-lifers, people that believe in end-time prophecies, people that are opposed to the administration's position on immigration, those of us that are standing up for the sanctity of life and for the sanctity of marriage, all of those are now potential, and this is what they're saying, domestic terrorists.
It's a terrorist next door that could be our bigger threat.
They call people who believe in the sanctity of life, who believe in owning firearms, who believe in serving their country in the military and coming back, who are very concerned about the policies that this nation is embarking on, spending too much money, taxing too much. It's all listed right here. These are the domestic right-wing extremists.
It's not a jail, it's a re-education center. I don't know whether it's the lack of sleep, the sodium pentothal, or that it's the only cartoon I've seen in 2 months. But this is what I believe in now.
For predictive programming, like exactly what we were talking about, it's happening. And that's not a bullshit. I'm watching it live on ABC 13 in Texas, in Houston right now. Just go live right now. They just took some people off the boat and they took them to Tidwell Road, and the buses were taking them from the boat to the Tidwell Road Walmart Supercenter right there in Jersey Village. And there's other ones that are being used too. So there you have it. there's your temporary FEMA camps.
The National Weather Service says that parts of Texas might be uninhabitable for weeks, even potentially months after the hurricane. Are you prepared? Is FEMA prepared to be there for months on end?
Remember what the FEMA camps that we were talking about? This event is real that they caused, and there's real people suffering, and you're not looking and you're not seeing that part. Only seeing on the mainstream media, all you're seeing is a bunch of mocking.
FEMA's going to be there for years. This disaster is going to be a landmark event. We're already pushing forward forces to be on the ground.
So let's go take a look at what they did to this neighborhood Walmart. And the way it's set up too is perfect. Look at, they got a security, why would you have a security camera right here? Why is this needed? What? This obviously looks like some sort of an entrance that they're gonna have you coming in and out of. I mean, come on. Oh God, just come on. Look at this. So as you see, this is the parking lot. This is where we're going to be busting you in. It's right off the 101.
We're setting up and gearing up for the next couple years.
Last night I dreamt about how things were.
Not here yet of every enemy of the state.
And then I woke up here.
This is everything you need to know right here.